What's going on, good people? So today I'm going to walk you through a project I built called AWS Lease Privilege Policy Analyzer. This is an automated GRC engineering tool that scans AWS IAM access, identifies over-permission users and roles, assigns risk scores, and generates audit-ready evidence reports. I'm going to demo at the end, so don't worry, but I want to kind of walk you through how it works, what it looks like, who it benefits, and then I'll actually walk you through the process. So, at a high level, this tool helps organizations answer one very simple question. Who has access to what, and is that access actually appropriate? Because in cloud environments, access is risk. So if someone has too much access, that's how breaches happen. It's not like, hackers are running around with a whole bunch of 0 days. That's not how it happens. If companies can't prove access is controlled, that's how audits fail. So this tool automates the whole review process. So who's it kind of for? So this is designed for GRC teams, cloud security teams, internal audit teams, compliance teams, and cloud platforms teams. Basically, anyone responsible for proving access is controlled and that it's reviewed. So traditionally, GRC's access reviews looked something like this. You export the IAM users into a spreadsheet, take screenshots of the permissions, you email the system owners asking, does this look right? Is this what it's supposed to be? And then you manually track approvals, and then you do it again basically the next quarter when that comes around. So the problems with this approach is, first of all, it's slow, it's inconsistent, human error is definitely prone, and it's impossible to scale this in cloud environments. Like, one of the huge benefits of the cloud is you can scale so fast and so easy, but if you're working on a system like this, it's like trying to manage a modern data center using sticky notes. Like, it's not going to work, and you're not going to be able to take full access. In the long run, it's probably going to end up costing you a lot of money. So this tool automates the whole entire process. It scans IAM users, it scans IAM roles, analyzes attached and inline policies, detects admin access, flags wildcard permissions, assigns a risk score. And then the cool thing is it spits out all the results in a JSON file and a CSV file as audit evidence as well. So you have actually record of everything. So instead of saying, I think access is controlled, you can confidently say, look, here's measurable proof that it's actually taken care of. So really the business value of this, that's the whole point of the GRC, is to put the business in a good place. So instead of spending days preparing audit evidence, this produces it automatically. Auditors, they don't want a whole bunch of screenshots. They want consistent, repeatable evidence, and this gives them exactly that. So as far as risk reduction, most cloud breaches, again, like I talked about earlier, it's not 0 days. It's over permission control. So this tool finds that shadow admin, wildcard permissions, privilege escalation risk before attackers actually do. So operational efficiency, this replaces spreadsheets, driven access review with automation. So what's used to take days literally can take minutes. And you're going to see that in a second. As a matter of fact, I'm actually just going to jump right into it and show you guys kind of what the tool does. So let's see here. So the actual script was written in Python. All right, so the code is actually written in Python. Once that's done, it's super easy to run it. Like I said, something that would normally take days, weeks, literally takes a matter of minutes. So you can see it's already running the files. It's logging in to the AWS account using the credentials that I provided. You can see then it looked for the IAM users, and then it pulled all the users. So I believe there was 6 users that it found. And then the rest were all roles. So let's just kind of jump over to AWS and kind of verify that real quick. So again, 6 users, all the rest were roles. So total, we had 28 in total. So that should align, which again, total entities, 28 of those, 6 were users, all the rest were roles. And then the cool thing about this is it automatically matches it to audit frameworks, right? And audit frameworks that it matches to is SOC 2, so logistical access controls, NIST, least privilege controls, CIS, AWS IAM best practices. So this is just not security tooling. This is actually audit evidence. So it's going to back it against that. You can see the assessment score that came out was 92.9. And then again, like I was saying before, it doesn't just print this out. It gives you evidence. So if we look here, we'll click on this file here. So you see here, here's the JSON file. So this could be sent to something like a tool like Jira. This could be put in right in AWS, like a Lambda. So you could have remediation that you could put in this. And then you also have, let's look at the CSV. So we have the CSV file as well that's broken down. So this is a little easier. It's more human readable, whereas JSON is more so for a computer. So this is a breakdown again, what it is. You can see how quickly that all happened, as opposed to doing it the old way. And again, some of the benefits that you could do or the add-ons you could do to this, again, depending on what the organization need, the size of the organization, you could take this evidence, and so instead of having it drop down into a CSV file, you could put this in like an S3 bucket, and then you could schedule it to run once a week, once a month, however often you need it. And again, you could put that in Lambda. You could do it automation as well. You could have the evidence. This could be easily configured to get sent to a Slack channel, so upper management could see that. It could be sent out to email. There's so much you could do with this, depending on the needs of the business and what best suits the business. And then, of course, this score was good, right? So the score is 92, but there is some things that can be fixed in here. So we had no criticals, but there was too high. So this could be worked on. So again, this would represent like a small organization. So it's not a big deal to go in here and, remediate these and configure everything correctly in a small organization like this. But if you're dealing with hundreds or thousands, this would get pretty crazy. So you definitely want to attach some sort of automated remediation. So hopefully you guys got some value out of that. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.